Good day again, students. Today we'll be talking about the Punnett Square. Okay, so a Punnett Square is a very important tool in determining the offspring of a given cross. It was first used by Reginald Punnett, a British geneticist in the 1900s. So before we start, let's go back to the experiment made by Mendel. So Mendel crossed a homozygous tall garden pea. So the trait that we are studying here is the length of the stem of the garden pea. So homozygous tall cross with a homozygous short. Okay, so dalawang alleles dito. We have two alleles for the what do you call that? The length stem. Okay, length of the stem. We have the tall and the short. Okay, so inros ni Mendel yan. So let us now determine the offspring of this generation. So we have the parental generation or the P1. We have uh, tall, that's homozygous tall, crossed with a homozygous short. Okay, so in order to determine their offspring, we'll be using a Punnett square. So a Punnett square, okay, as the name implies, you need to draw a square. Okay, so in that square, you need to segregate the genes of the parents. So we have capital T here. So saan yung galing? Dito siya galing. Okay, so yan, dyan yung galing. Okay, and another T here, capital T dito sa katabi niya. Okay, so doon yun ang galing. Okay, next is ito. I-segregate natin siya. So lalagay natin siya dito sa taas na to. Okay, small t and another small t. Okay, so next, yan, para hindi magkalituhan, burahin na muna natin si parents. Alam naman natin yan, no? Okay, next is to pagsamahin na natin sila. Okay, dito. Sa bawat square na to. Okay, sa bawat square niyan, yan natin lalagay yung mga offspring nila. Okay, so kung ano yung magkatapat, yan ang ilalagay natin. Okay, so capital T, dito po siya galing, no? And then yung nasa taas, okay, kokopay lang natin, lalagay natin sa baba. So that is offspring number 1. For offspring number 2, okay, so offspring number 1, for offspring number 2, we have capital T again, capital T and small t. Yung small t dito siya galing sa taas. Okay, next for offspring number 3, we have capital T here. Okay, so that is our offspring number 3, capital T and small t. And then the same with capital T and small t for our fourth offspring. Okay, so now let us determine their phenotype. Okay, the phenotype is the physical representation of a trait. Okay, kung ano yung panlabas na itsura ng trait. So dalawa dito yung ating phenotype, could be a tall or short trait, no? Tall or short in terms of the length stem. So we have tall. Gagawin natin, examine natin bawat isang offspring. Okay, so let's start with offspring number 1. So our offspring number 1 is this. So is that tall or short? Okay, that is tall. Okay, paano natin malamang tall? Mayroon capital letter dun sa kanyang mga alleles, no? So next is offspring number 2, that is also tall, no? May capital letter. The same with offspring number 3, that is also tall, and the same with offspring number 4. So meron ba tayong short dyan? Walang short, no? 0. Paano natin malalamang short? Kapag parehas small letter. So walang nagmanifest na small letter dyan, kaya walang short. Okay, so yun ang ating phenotype. So we have tall, 4 tall, and 0 short. In other words, we have 100% tall. Okay, so that is for our phenotype. There's what we call as the phenotypic ratio. Okay, the ratio of the phenotypes in a cross. So ilan yung tall natin dyan? 4, no? Lagay nyo lang. Lagay nyo ng ganyan, colon. And then, ilan yung short natin? 0. So, our phenotypic ratio is 4:0. Okay? Next, let us determine their genotype. Okay? Their genotype. Okay? So, genotype, tatlo yung possible dyan. It could be homozygous tall, heterozygous tall, and homozygous short. Okay? Or simply short kasi wala namang heterozygous na short. Okay? So, meron po ba tayong uh, homozygous tall? Meron po bang homozygous tall dyan sa ating offspring? So, wala, no? 0. And then, heterozygous tall, we have 4, no? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, homozygous short is equal to 0. Okay? So, now, let us determine their GR. Okay? Kung mayroon tinatawag na PR or phenotypic ratio, may tinatawag din tayong GR. That is the genotypic ratio. Okay? So, the genotypic ratio, ilan yung ating ratio? So, we have 4 is to 0. Saan po nang galing yun? Ito po yun, yung 4, which is the heterozygous tall. And then, wala po tayong ibang genotypes na nandyan. So, that is equal to 4 is to 0. Now, that is for our first filial generation. Okay? So, itong mga offspring na nandito, yung 4 na na-produce na yan, we have, that is for our F1 or the first filial generation. Okay? So, now, tingnan natin yung mga percentage nila. Okay? So, in terms of the phenotype, sa phenotype natin, we have 100%, we have 100% tall, and in terms of the genotype, we have 100% na heterozygous tall or heterozygous dominant. Okay? So, paano natin nalaman ang 100%? Kasi bawat box dito represents 25%. So, bali 4 yan times 4 is equal to 100%.